What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode, actually, Season 3, Episode 1 of the Bryce Talk Show. Anyway. So, thanks to those who subscribed, 153. And for those of you who are still continuing to watch, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this episode that I work on, and all my other ones that I've been working on. I actually like the idea of editing it, because it sounds very fluid and actually nice. So, today we're going to do some subjects today. The first one being I've been on YouTube for 4 years now, let me tell you. So, on Friday, I've been on YouTube since Friday 2021, I've been on there for 4 years. As I said in my last video on my shortcut video. And I've been doing a lot of things, making a lot of videos about whatever, I'm kind of go with whatever guy, kind of make different kind of content. That's why you see a lot of whatever on my channel. So, that's why you see a lot of those on my channel. And not just a lot of things that I do. So, it's a good thing I've been doing that for quite a while. Hope to continue this awesome thing because it's awesome. The first video I made was a video about me talking about what you would expect from my channel. Now, I know a lot of things have happened since then, a lot of videos, and it's all cool. Since I've been doing it that while, it's actually been cool because I do all these videos and learn everything and do videos about whatever I feel like doing. I make whatever the heck kind of videos that I want to do. Whether it be a talk video, whether it be a whatever I want to do video, really. So, yeah, I didn't really have an idea where I wanted to take this channel, so I thought I would go and do whatever. See how this ends up. And we've ended up pretty good with 4 years at 153. And I'm surprised I haven't hit that like it 3 years ago or 2. Maybe because I haven't done as many interaction with people. Yeah, I definitely think it's really cool that I've been doing that for a while. And also the vacation videos and all those videos I've been doing for the last couple times. And slideshows and vlogs. I noticed I didn't do a Christmas Day vlog either. When I was in Florida, I was doing a lot anyway, so I didn't really do a lot of editing through there, but I did a lot of photos and videos, though. So, that's one good thing to note. My prediction was I thought I was going to get at least 100 by 2018 to 2019. Well, it kind of went up there and got slower, and then it kind of went, its own little way, and yeah, it's just had its own ways, because it goes around and around and around. What's interesting is some videos get watched more than some others do, which I get that since some videos are like that. Hope Mom sometime will let me turn the comments on for you guys, so that way we could actually interact. The first thing Mom and I talked about is turning the comments off, because she freaks out if somebody comments on my video, and she'll freak out and have a heart attack and die because somebody's interacting with some, how strict people are. But it's just a little example. But I hope that would change and I would turn it on, and then, well, except for the videos that are made for kids. Because the videos that are made for kids from COPPA, the comments will always stay off because it's made for kids. I told you about the COPPA thing, and I'm sure you've seen more about it. But hopefully I can do that soon. Hopefully that I'm older, they won't freak out. Mom and Dad won't freak out, which I hope they don't, because I gotta interact with some folks somehow. I don't know that people are crazy and bad. We see it every day. People are sometimes bad, but whatever. So anyway, yeah. So hopefully I can do that, and then I can get feedback from people and ideas. I think if they let me do that, not only would I have conversations and get more subscribers, but also I could get feedback from people and ideas. Wait. Oh, that's from the memos folder. Oh, yeah. That's my recorder. So, I hope I can do that soon. So, 4 whole years on YouTube, which is pretty good for me, at least. Another thing I wanted to say is, I noticed that VoiceForge now has an app. So you all know VoiceForge from Capstrol. VoiceForge and Capstrol are two apparent companies. I mean, they're the same thing, but one service is from the same company. So they both created an app. Well, it's under one company, and they made an app called VoiceForge. And if you go to their website, they don't have the demo page anymore. So if you go to voiceforge.com, it will just show everything about the app itself, and not anything about anything, like it has shown before. Great, but only bad problem is they kicked the PC version off. Well, or mobile or PC version from the internet, which means you can't use it on the PC. Now, I know I downloaded some voices before. Well, one of those voices from Capstrol, aka VoiceForge, David, on there. VoiceForge, let me tell you my experience with VoiceForge on the app. I didn't know that it was out, when I think they released it 3 months ago or 4 months ago. I had no idea until everybody said that they removed the demo and everything. Well, I think that was the whole purpose, to promote the app, I think, probably. Because, if it's all going to be mobile-based, might as well get rid of the demo and the web-based if you're going to do that. But personally, I wouldn't think that's a good idea, because we can't use it on our PCs or tablets. Anyway, now my experience with it, now this is from a blind perspective, and those like me who use VoiceOver as a screen reader. When I first, when you first log in, when you first get in there, you have to make an account, which I don't know why you have to make an account. You should just be able to pay for it through your devices. So when you go there, you can click on sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, or whatever, or you can just do your email and whatever. But I don't see why you can't just do it without signing up for it. You shouldn't have to sign up for it. It's just a text-to-speech thing. It's nothing really important to sign up for, but... So I get in there, and they have all these voices, a lot of those. In order to get through them, you have to scroll up to get through a few, because you can't just stay on one thing, you have to scroll all the way up. So, VoiceOver users, I'm talking about, you have to scroll all the way up, to scroll to get some voices, because otherwise you'll have a few. And if you want to load more voices, you have to scroll up. Well, not just VoiceOver users, but, yeah, so it does that, and you can also favorite your voice, which is pretty cool. And also, you can only type 140 characters, which, even though I care less about character limits, but at least that's something. But for VoiceOver, it is not really that great. Well, when it comes to typing, everything else is good, but when it comes to form fields with the app, it's not good. For example, when you log in, to when you type something in the text box, when you want to make it say something, because you can't really go up and down to see what you wrote. Well, it would show on the screen, but VoiceOver wouldn't read it. And you can't really see what you wrote because VoiceOver just doesn't do that good. All it does is tell you how much it remains, how much character is remaining every time you type. Of course, you can flick up and down to see what it is, but when you type, it doesn't actually say that or say the letter you wrote. So if I typed the letter A, it wouldn't say it. It would just say how many characters are remaining. Well, you could look at it too, but it does when you type it. But, it's a little weird thing that they got. Something that they've started. And also, in order to download it, you have to have some subscriptions for it, which a lot of them go up to 99 cents to at least $1. One being fan favorite, and also publisher, which I guess is the subscription to monetize your content. Make it commercially so you can publish it. And also, the one where you can get download files monthly, and monthly. Well, it is monthly, but 200 monthly downloads or whatever. And you can, do those. I have to look at more of the subscriptions. But a lot of those are monthly anyway. But why would you make a monthly subscription just for a little thing that you could type something into the text box, and just have it say something. That's another thing. If you want to just charge somebody for whatever it may be, as something as publishing a publisher or a subscription to download something, I think that would be better as an in-app purchase, unless you decide to charge them yearly for it. Because if you just charge something monthly for as little as a text-to-speech thing, it doesn't make any sense. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't. Because all you're doing is just typing text in the box and downloading text. Now, for some subscriptions like Splice, which is what I have done to edit videos and still do, has a subscription, but it's also yearly. There's also a weekly one, which I used, which was really stupid of them to add that. But, yeah, I think the best way to either do for something as small as that would be to, for example, for VoiceForge, would be to either just do one time in-app purchase of whatever thing, unless you want to do a subscription, but it should at least be a yearly subscription, but not something that, because it's not like anything big like Apple Music or anything else that's pretty. It's just a little small thing that you can type something and, But, and also, there's remove ads, which I think is a one-time purchase. It was 99 cents, maybe. But yeah, VoiceForge is okay. Yeah, it has flaws, but pretty cool. It has just about most of the voices that are on there. I think what you all should do is for, if you wanted to make a computer version, I know Capsule has their own downloads for their voices, but if you and VoiceForge want to do those, you should make more downloadable voices, if you want to kill off the computer version. I mean, make a setup file where you can download something, if you want to download Kitteroo or Diesel, because right now on Capsule, when you download it, there's not very few. I mean, because Capsule isn't VoiceForge, even though Capsule is the parent company. But VoiceForge, and them team together to make a downloadable copy where they can download those voices for your PC and Mac or whatever. Because since they killed off the thing. Capsule could still have their voices that they can download, but VoiceForge should include theirs too, because, especially now if they're killing off the web version, unless they're planning to do that. But that's my opinion anyway. So, yeah, big change for VoiceForge. A lot of people are talking about it. They either like it or dislike it. I'm kind of with the, both, like it or dislike it. It's actually cool because, it's on your phone. You can actually download something, but the way it's set up and how you have to, have a subscription for a few things, and just as little as a text-to-speech thing, like I said, unless it's a yearly or a one-time app purchase, I would be fine with it. But to pay for a monthly subscription just for something as small as typing something in the box and downloading whatever it is, it just doesn't make any sense. But, so, that's my thoughts on that. I thought that'd be something good to discuss. Finally, it's been nice out here. Here in Columbus, Ohio, it's been recently in the 60s since last week, and it's still continued to be like that. I mean, it'll be rainy a few days tomorrow through next week, and hopefully it'll get warmer, because Sunday we start changing the clocks ahead forward. Wow. Yeah, because spring starts on the 20th, and March 14th is when the world was crazy. Or I don't want to even get to that. I'll get maybe to a 2020 rant later on. But, yeah. least springtime's coming, and because I've been outside hanging out for the last few days because it's been pretty beautiful outside. I think it's been pretty nice, and yesterday was pretty good. Today's been good. I don't think it's sunny. Well, when I was out there, maybe, well, in the afternoon to mid-evening, I came home at 3:30 and looked and felt, I went outside and I noticed there wasn't as much, probably sun's starting to set, when I was out there, but anyway, well, getting ready to set. It didn't set till like 6 something. So, now, I actually found a way to record my radios. So I've been seeing, obviously, videos and audio of people recording from their radio. Well, not just shortwave, but you could do shortwave with WebSDR or whatever you got, or a thing. But also like FM and AM, from an FM and AM radio. For example, I watch a video, DXer 22000, and see this user is from Australia, and he does DXing of when he picks up car FM transmitters, which is what I used to do. I would when we would drive, I would tune to an empty frequency, like an unused station, and try to pick up transmitters, which was fun, because, let me tell you another thing later on. So yeah, it's really cool. And also I watched this other user called Tapes from the Radio, and the user Tapes from the Radio, this user has a lot of old cool tapes from a lot of states here. Well, I think he has some from London too, England, but he has some from the 70s, 80s, and 2000s, and 90s. I don't know how many 70s and 80s tapes, but he does a lot of 2000 videos from like to 2000s, like to 2000 to 1999 and so on. It's kind of cool because I can kind of relive kind of like what radio was like, because I listened to a lot of radio. So I think it was kind of cool to look at. I'm going to put the links in the description to those 2 channels that I've seen so far. So, my way that I've tried, I have a digital recorder, that. I actually got 2 of them, but one of them, the VN541 PC. And what I would do is I took, a few 3.5 headphone jacks. I think I put one cord in the adapter and one cord on the headphones. Like I would put, I don't remember how I did. I think I put one of the cords on the radio adapter, and then I would put the one headphone jack on the recorder. I think it was the headphone jack too, and then I would put my radio in the headphone jack area too. So a few cords are on the adapter plug and a few on the headphones. I'll have to try to see how I did it again, but I think that's how most of them are done. But it's pretty cool. No, I have to find some other people who do DXing or recording from the FM radio. But I'll leave those 2 users in the description so you can watch them. And definitely check out Tapes from the Radio, because that channel has a few good ones. Especially from old Columbus, Ohio, we had the one from 1998 with Andy Clark. Everybody knows old Andy. When he was at WNCI. Obviously I wasn't around that time, but yeah, it seemed to be on a lot of stations like 92.3, and obviously he went on 93.30 for a few years. But anyway, and I think he had a few from Toledo too, but I think that's the only few from Ohio that he has posted on his channel so far. At first I thought he probably found an archive of it online that somebody else did and then posted it. But that could be true. But I figured if you could do that, he probably had an old tape recorder and then put it on the thing, like how I kind of do. So, yeah, definitely check them out. So, another thing I want to say, let me tell you a good reason why I like to do transmitters, why I like mini stations, and why I like pirate radio. Now, when I kind of was new into radio, I kind of like to, when I would drive, tune into an empty frequency, and see if I can pick up transmitters, whether they be mini transmitters or the plug-in transmitters like the one I have. But I also have a handheld one. Now, I thought it was cool because you have it on an unused frequency, and you're driving, and you can pick up what they were playing on the radio with either a small transmitter that has less power or one that has at least a watt. What I like more about doing that than I would like listening to any old local station is because they're not just people that actually work for the radio. It's actually people like us who are hobbyists who they like radio, they like how it works, they like to transmit because they like to hear themselves on the radio. Maybe kind of cool thing. I thought when I first got into those things, I thought that actually sounds cool. Play your own music through there. Even in the car, I did that a few times, but I also have my personal one that I got. The plug-in transmitter I got 4 years ago that plugs in. And I also have my new wireless transmitter I got last year that goes about 15-20 feet. But anyway, they're like us, people who like the radio, who like to play things and not run by the government, by the stupid FCC. Well, of course there are regulations, but the people like us, they may be different programming. They may have listened to different music. They might have podcasts they might play, or TV shows, or whatever they like. And you kind of, and who knows, you might find something different. You might find somebody across the street from where you're at, where your car is, while they're playing some kind of cool music or whatever, or listening to a book, or whatever they listen to on their road trip or just in their home transmitting. But it's, a cool thing. Some people have thoughts about it. Well, pirate radio can be bad because it could, hijack a frequency. Well, that's true. But, you also just gotta be careful, of course, where you live. If the FM band is packed with a lot, like LA and New York, I'm sure they have a lot. And also, make sure you have a radio that tunes slower, because I think one of the problems people have is they have radios that tune really fast, and I think that's the problem, because they don't really know how close they are to another thing until they actually kind of measure it up and see how, So yeah, that's one thing why I like transmitters, why I like to, well, some people call it pirate radio if you do longer range, but like I said, I have a handheld transmitter that goes about 15 to 25 feet or whatever. But yeah. And it's not like people that are run by people like businesses or whatever. People like us, we have our own thing, we run whatever. So, yeah, that's one reason why I think doing your personal station and driving around to see if you can pick up other people's stations are pretty neat to do. Now for me, I think it'd be cool if somebody came around my house and they were, picking up something that I was playing. That'd be kind of cool, be like, come right by us, Or if I took my handheld transmitter out in the car or wherever I want to take, and I could be rocking out and just listening to my own personal things. So, yeah, so if you want to start getting into transmitters, those are a few reasons why I think they're pretty cool to use and what I think about them things. I haven't done a lot of those, I haven't done too much of those, station hunts in a while when I would go to tune to an empty frequency and drive. I did it a few times, maybe last year, but not as much as I used to, about longer than that. But I'd be interested to see if people still transmit around where I am, just to see if people still use these things in 2021. I'm sure people still do. I do. Even though technology has made people use them, but FM transmitters and wireless transmitters have come a long way since I first used them, like in 2008, 2009, and so forth. And now they get those things where you can plug them into your phone now. With the headphone jacks, they've had those for like 7+ years, but you can do the lightning cable now, which is what I do now because of the phone Apple removing the headphone jack, which was a bad thing they did. So, yeah. So I definitely use those transmitters, do stuff. And definitely get into it because it's pretty good and the stuff you can do with it. So, and who knows, might get people coming by it soon when you're driving or you're at home, if you have like one of those plug-in ones that go further. Well, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that I make. Make sure to check out a few of these people in the description on YouTube. DXer2000 and also tapes from the radio. They're really good YouTubers who record radio. So, I will leave these users in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.